In this video, you will learn to multiply by multiples of 10 using mental math. Now to begin, we are going to take a number and multiply it by something like 10 or 100 or 1,000 or 10,000, something with 1 followed by zeros. So when you're doing that, the process is basically take the number and then write the same number of zeros after. What we mean by that is if you have 5 times 10, for example, you take the number 5, so take number 5, and then you see you're multiplying by 1 with 1 0, so just put 1 0 at the end. So your answer would be 50. Whereas 5 times 100, you take the 5, so take the 5, and then here we see we're multiplying by a 1 with 2 zeros. So we just add 2 zeros at the end of the number 5. So the answer for this one would be 500. Next we have 5 times 1,000. So again, we take the 5, and then we see we are multiplying by a 1 with 3 zeros. So we put 3 zeros at the end of the 5. So the answer for this would be 5,000. So we keep the pattern going, and if you did 5 times 10,000, you begin with the 5, and then we add 1, 2, 3, 4 zeros after that, and that's going to give us 50,000 as the solution. So these are the most basic type of questions that you will see when you're multiplying a number by a multiple of 10. Now what if it was not times 10, but let's say it was times 20 or 30 or 200 or 4,000. And then what if the number to begin with is not one digit? What if it's like 20 times 30 or 200 times 4,000? What do you do then? So when you do this, you want to multiply the non-zero part and then write the same number of combined zeros. So for example, here we have 80 times 40. So we begin by multiplying the non-zero parts. So the non-zero parts are 8 and 4. Well, 8 times 4 is 32. All right, so it's going to be 32 followed by zeros. So we see total, we have 1, 2 zeros. So we add 2 zeros at the end of 32. And the answer is 3,200. Okay, let's try another example. What if we had 30 times 500? Well, for this one, again, multiply the non-zero parts. So 3 times 5, that gives 15. And then followed by zeros. Here we see 1, 2, 3 zeros. So we follow the 15 with 3 zeros. So the solution is 15,000. Okay, let's try another example. Here we have 200 times 4,000. So again, we're going to multiply the non-zero part. So 2 times 4 gives us 8, and then followed by zeros. We have 1, 2 zeros, and then 3 more zeros, so a total of 5 zeros. So after the 8, we put 5 zeros. And that number that we have is going to be 800,000. Let's try one more example. Here we have 90 times 8,000. So again, we want to multiply the non-zero part. So 9 times 8 gives 72. And then we have 1, 2, 3, 4 zeros. So we follow the 72 with 4 zeros. So the answer is going to be 720,000. And that concludes our lesson for today. We will see you next time.